Google and Instagram are going to be the two platforms that you need to launch your business. And that's it. Like, we can just turn the TV off and leave, as long as you remember these two. So once you know the photo, the video, the page, the website that they promote, at first you're going to have customers that don't know they need lashes. Second type of customers, you're going to have customers that have had lashes in the past, but maybe they had a problem with the person, maybe they moved, maybe something happened. And then you need to create your social media accounts. If any of you have, has someone from doing hair or doing makeup or other stuff, and this question comes a lot: can I post my lash services under my hair or makeup account?
Brando, hey, let me tell you the truth. It's not about who you know, but who knows you. Brando, it's your story. You can rewrite it if you so choose. It's your life. You decide those moves. Brando, you want to talk about getting the bag? He built a 7-figure brand from scratch. Brando, it's the Brand Up Podcast, but you already know. Enough talking, bro. Let's start this show. Brando.
Number one secret, in my opinion, is you need leads in order to make sales. You need customers, but the customers don't just magically show up. You need to have people to talk to and then convert them into sales, right? So this is a saying online, like leads are the lifeblood of your lash business. And then if we have enough time, I'll show you a little bit on the things that we did to create an actual brand, because building a business is great, but if you build a brand, you'll not compete with anyone. Competition, we all know, doesn't matter, especially in the beauty industry, but in any industry, if you don't have a brand, you just compete with everybody else. Your brand is the number one thing that will differentiate completely yourself from the other people. And then how to become omnipresent. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is the time when I talk with Cosmina students, everybody's feeling so, in my opinion, they kind of beat themselves up by not knowing where to start. So first things first, what do you think? Is competition good or bad? Like, having a lot of competition, is it good or bad?
Good. I think it depends on how you look at it. It could be both.
Competition means it's demand, right? So now we just have to know, how do we get a piece of that? If there's no competition, it's rare in today's day and age. You're not going to reinvent it. Lashes have been around for, 10 plus years. So it's not like you're going to reinvent the wheel and then create something new. But first is you research your competition. Where are you guys located roughly? Around here? Yeah, so you'll go into your city, because if we do a search now on my phone, the things that I'll see here, if I type in, like in this example, I said lash extension online course. So this is the exact research that we did when we launched her online course. If you type in lash salons near me here versus when you go to Lowell or you go to Boston or you go to Medford, you're going to see different things, because Google really goes after proximity and ads, that I'll show you in a second. Then once you identify your top 5 competitors, in case you didn't know, you can go to facebook.com/ads/library and type in their name, and you'll see all of their promotions. Absolutely every single ad that they're running, you'll be able to find that. Do you think that's important? Mm-hmm. Well, if you know your competition and you know what they sell and what they promote, what does that mean? It means, especially if you look at, let's say you look at an ad and it says, well, this one is December 8, 2023, so it's only 1 year, it's only 1 month. But then you see one that it's been running for 3 months. What does that mean? It's profitable, because people won't spend money on something that's not bringing them a return, right? And then, of course, you look at their testimonials, reviews, and this should be moving forward. How many of you have an active business already? So all of you are starting out. So for a while, you might have to offer your services for free. A couple friends here and there, cousins, sisters, whatever. It's fine. But ask for a 5-star review on Google, right? You offer something of value. It's, number one is your time. You're going to spend some money on, and that's okay. That's, the game. But ask for a 5, that's at least what people can do to support you back when you offer something like that, right? Google and Instagram are going to be the two platforms that you need to launch your business. And that's it. Like, we can just turn the TV off and leave, as long as you remember these two. So once you know the photo, the video, the page, the website that they promote, if you're familiar with ChatGPT, have you used it? Perfect. So literally, I was there, look at the search. I said, what are the top lash extension salons in Chelmsford, Mass? And ChatGPT told me the top 3. You don't even have to spend time doing your own research. You literally ask ChatGPT. I'm going to tell you a secret. The reason that we're here today is I said to Guzman a couple of months ago, go to ChatGPT and ask what are the esthetician and beauty schools in Mass to give us a list of top 10, and then to give us the name and email of the person in charge of the programs.
Oh, wow.
And ChatGPT gave us those things. Then we started reaching out to emails to offer the classes and whatnot. Don't sleep on it. It's a free version, but then the one that I'm using, it's like 20 a month or something like that. It gives you a little more like up to the free version. It's still powerful. It just gives you data up until 2022, I think. So it's chat.openai.com. But you can use it for anything that you can imagine, from what would be a good offer, promote for my lash salon in Boston, Mass. Or give me top 3 offers that I could run, all kinds of things that anything that goes to your mind, you can ask ChatGPT, is going to answer you that. It's going to save you a ton of time. So once you use the website to create headlines, website copy, titles, scripts, anything that you might overthink it, ChatGPT is going to simplify it and it's going to give it to you like right on spot in like a couple seconds. So this is something that I want you to really pay attention. At first, you're going to have customers that don't know they need lashes. Second type of customers, you're going to have customers that have had lashes in the past, but maybe they had a problem with the person, maybe they moved, maybe something happened. And then you're going to have they know they want lashes, but they don't know who to choose. And then you're going to have the ones they want to go after, which is brand aware, meaning they won't search on Google lash salons, they'll search for your business name, right? So that's going to be the ones that you want to attract. So some questions that people might ask when they don't know they do lashes is, how can I save time doing my makeup, right? A lash extension service can be an asset. People that know they have a problem, how much do eyelashes cost? Different type of question. Then they know they need it, but now I don't know which one to choose, so I go for eyelash salon near Boston. And then people that know the salon name or the brand name, they're going to search for that. So that's the one that eventually you want to target to go after. So customer avatars. This is one exercise that we do all the time if we talk about a new service or a new offer. Picture the name of the person that you want to serve, the ideal customer that you want to serve. So Christina's case for the lash service, not for the training, for the lash service, Jennifer, she's 40 plus years old. She lives in Winchester. She might work in finance or real estate or business. She makes at least 60K plus per year. So all of these things are important. Why? Because you know, if you have an idea, what, and then how are you going to find these out? Once people start to come into your place, doesn't matter if it's in your living room at first, or if you rent some type of office or a storage, ask them. You're going to have to make some conversation, right? So you're going to find out what people are doing. And based on that, you're going to create your own customer avatar, right? Why? Because then you know these people hang around, and every single person can be a referral to your salon. How many of you heard this? It's not what you know, it's who you know, right? Mm-hmm. Wrong. Who knows you? When it comes to business, right? When it comes to your business, why? It's all about the traffic. Like how many people can find your business when they need it the most. So we got search, which is Google and YouTube. And then we got what I call interruption marketing, all the other platforms. But think about how different are these two type of, and think about yourself as a consumer. If you need, let's say your bathroom explodes tonight, pipe burst, whatever. You go to Google and search for plumbers near me. First one that pops up, you're gonna click on it. You're gonna click on his phone number, call, ask them to come and fix your stuff. Then, if you don't need it, like right now, when you are on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever platforms you're using, what are you doing all the time, right? You forget, like, we lose like how many hours a day doing this. And then eventually something makes you stop. Here's what I think you should pay attention to moving forward, because once you're gonna start spending money on these to attract customers, you also want to think as a business owner, even when you're a consumer, even when you're just scrolling, when you stop, think about why did I stop? What was that thing that made me stop? Was it a cat? Was it a dog? Was it some kind of product? It was a discount. How big of a discount it was? Why? Like, think about as a business owner, what makes you stop? So again, on Google, once you search eyelashes near whatever city you are, look at the competitors, but then also below, you'll see that Google gives you something. It's an important piece of data. What people ask Google about. How much should lash extensions be? How long does eyelash extension last for? Why stop eyelashes? Like all these questions are things that people, and in this case, your customers are searching for, right? And then we have YouTube. I would say you don't need to focus on YouTube first because it's the longest game ever. It's gonna take a long time to master it. So it would be two platforms: it's Instagram and Google My Business. And then you have, of course, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. So yeah, Google My Business. They discontinue, like if you search it on App Store now, you won't find it. But if you go to your laptop or desktop or whatever, you just type in Google My Business profile, like tonight, tomorrow, and make sure you create a profile. It's free. You can post the same things that you post on IG, whatever you post on Facebook, you just post on Google too. It acts the same way. But look at this. 1 month, 12,000 people view the business. 3,500 people search for lash extensions, eyelash extensions, lashes near me, lash certification classes. 12,000 people saw Kuzmina's Google Business profile. So again, these two are going to be the ones to go for. With time, once you master these two, you can go into TikTok and Pinterest and all the other ones. Everybody's familiar what sponsored ads are. You see them on Facebook, you see them on Instagram. The same thing is on Google, it's just on Google to target keywords. But the big traffic is just the gasoline on the fire. You still have to know what do you sell, what's your promo, what's your offer, and all these other things. We'll dive quickly into what a brand is. Again, we talked in the morning about audit yourself and understand what you want to be and what kind of business you want. But I feel like this is the one thing that you should take a screenshot of, because when Kuzmina started the salon, I said to him, look, especially when COVID hit, I said, I don't want you to go through what you've been through before, in terms of, I don't want you to just be tied up to one specific service. Now, the way that we kind of see things, they can all work individually, meaning the salon can sell eyelash extensions, other people can do the eyelash extensions, it doesn't have to be just her. She decided she wants to brand herself as a personal brand, her name. If you type in on Google, you'll find that lash training is her number one keyword, right? But then we can sell the salon if we want to, or we can franchise it, and the trainings and certifications have nothing to do with it. The same thing with the product line. Have you brought your own product today?
Yeah.
Yeah, a product line itself can exist on its own, regardless if the salon gets sold, or regardless if we decide to sell the certification part of the business. Questions about this? Because I feel like this is if you understand this and you apply it, this is going to change the game of like how you move forward with your scaling your business. Brand search versus everybody else. You already know what I'm about to say. It's one thing for people to search for lash salons near me versus if they search for the name of the business, Limit Lashes, or her name. And here's an example. We were paying, when we run the advertising campaign on Google for her trainings, we pay $113 for every lead, not for every student that pays. Let's say the conversion is 30%, meaning out of 10 people that say, I want the discount, they give us name and a phone number, that's 110, versus when they search for Limit Lashes, it's only $30. Huge difference, right? So we all know, in order for somebody to buy from you, they need to trust you. How do they do that? Well, first they have to like you, not you necessarily personally, but what you have to offer to the world and how you brand yourself. But in order for that to happen, you need more people to know you. So how do you I like to call this fabricate authority. Have you ever been searching for something on Amazon and then everywhere you go, it just follow you around? That's exactly what I mean. So let's say you have one video and 3 posts. One video says something about how to maintain your lashes after with the lash care. One thing Kuzmina did that was really successful, it was when somebody was paying a deposit to book a service, when they left, they were receiving an email with a video that was explaining how to maintain the lashes, meaning you're not gonna sleep with your eyes in the pillow, you're not gonna swim, you're not gonna go to the beach, whatever, like all the things that you know better than me. But you want those, and then you have 3 other posts, let's say. But in case you didn't know, well, remember in the morning we talked about on average a lifetime value for a lash customer is roughly around $3,200 a year, right? So what does that mean? Well, it means that we have to spend some money to get some customers. Because if we're just gonna sit around and launch a website, it doesn't mean that somebody will find it, right? Like you have to do some active research, well, not research, active tasks in order for customers to come to you. So all of these platforms allow you to run advertisements as little as $1 per day. I mean, let's be honest, $1 a day over the course of 30 days, it's like $30, right? Even if you get one customer out of that, eventually you'll be, you are already profitable. So, any questions about this so far? How do you convert these new people that find out about you? The one thing that I tested, and it would constantly testing things, the most powerful advertising campaign is the Instagram direct message ad. Then, because once somebody DMs you, you don't need a website. Like with an Instagram account and a Google listing, you literally do not need a website to have your company. You can have pictures before and after on the Instagram account, on the Google account. You filter and qualify to DM. In her case, she has to call because it's a higher ticket when it comes to certification. But for a lash service, you don't necessarily have to call it. You can filter them through DM. This is what it looks like in real life. It's an Instagram direct message ad. So it goes into either a manual or an auto reply. And this is something that I see a lot of people do, and it's wrong. You should not list your prices on your website. Why? Because those are just price shoppers. If they're just looking at the website, you'll never be able to sell. You'll never be able to communicate the fact that, oh, I only have one more spot left. I have a 50% off for Classic, when you know in theory you're going to come into your store and you're going to upsell them into volume, because this was the most successful campaigns that we ran on IG and Facebook. It was 50% for Classic. People were signing up like crazy. Coming into the salon, she had 2 printed photos, one with how Classic looks, one with how volume looks. She was presenting it to the customer. They're like, oh, I want this one. I want the volume one.
Yeah.
Perfect. The offer was for Classic, because the price for volume is this. That's fine. I want this. Boom. That's it. Right? And you run a 50% discount until you fill up your calendar. But if you know, don't list your prices, you have a chance to do that over the phone or through DM. If you list your price, that's it. If you want a chance, especially at the beginning, you need to, like at first, if you have to bootstrap this, you need to milk every possibility and opportunity. Phone call, you'll ask them, or in the DM if they had lashes before, because you're talking differently to somebody that's coming from another lash, and you'll have different scenarios like, hey, I've been to your better than next door. Well, guess what? They don't do refills after somebody else. And that's a whole different conversation. But you ask them if they had lashes before, if they're coming from another lash tech, a specific event that they have to attend, and how soon they need the service. Why? Because based on their answers, you can easily offer the promotion and urgency and scarcity. You always have only 2 spots left this week. You I have to attend a wedding next week. Oh, perfect. So when I have customers that need lashes for a wedding, typically I apply it 3 days before. Oh, and looking at the calendar now, I have a spot right up 2 days before, right? Like, so, and you position everything that they tell you on the phone call into the pitch. Right? Now, steps to launch or scale your lash business. A lot of times after certification classes, I talk about this, but I never actually put it into one slide. So you're the first group that actually sees this in one single slide. So first, you research your competition when you go home and decide what offer or promo you should run. Why? Because what you're going to run in Lowell is going to be different than what goes in Medford is going to be different than somebody else runs in Boston. Prices are different based on where you go. It's really a location-based type of decision. Then you decide on a business name. A lot of people overthink of this months and months to an end. You don't have to overthink it, because once you get an EIN, employee identification number, you'll be able to have what's called DBA, doing business as. And that doing business as, you can change it every day if you want to. The main business name, no. That one will have to stay the same. So in Cosmina's case, the main business name is Limitless Beauty Boss LLC. Limit lashes from limitless, like it's a big difference. But the DBA in between allows you to change that actual name. Let's say you're not gonna get it right from the beginning. And who cares? Because you can always change and adjust based on that. Then you go to Mass.gov and apply for a LLC certificate and the liability insurance. The reason that I mentioned this, even if you do it in your own home, God forbid, somebody comes into your house, you slip, break a leg or something, or you drop a little bit of a glue in their eyes, and something happens, they land into ER. Having an LLC, they can do nothing to you personally. They'll go after what the LLC owns. And at the beginning, the LLC will probably own at the most a business account, right? And let's be honest, maybe a couple tools or products that you're gonna have. Then you want a business account, you can choose Chase, Citibank, or ideally, if you know you're not gonna move for the next 5 years, go to a local bank. You're gonna create a relationship with that bank, and eventually when you need a business loan, that bank is going to be more likely to approve you for a loan than these big box companies. You want to sign up for QuickBooks Online. Why? Everything that you buy from that point on, it's an expense.
Yeah.
You want to buy shoes, you might want to buy all kinds of your mileage, the gas, something breaks to your car, everything is an expense. Now, don't quote me on that, I'm not a tax advisor, I'm not a CPA, I'm not or a lawyer, that's a full disclaimer. But a lot of the things that you now spend money on personally is going to become a business expense. And that's going to help you a lot at the end of the year. Create your social media accounts. If any of you have, Kuzma has, some from doing hair or doing makeup or other stuff. And this question comes a lot. Can I post my lash services under my hair or makeup account? And I'm always saying no, unless you really plan for the next 10 years to do both. The reason for that is, again, we go back to search and all the other things that we talked about marketing. You don't want an account. It's going to be so much harder if you decide at some point to break from that, to just rebrand everything into lashes. So, in my opinion, you should create brand new social media accounts based on the DBA that you're going to have in here, because that one, it's going to tell Google, oh, this is a legit business. So it's going to quickly push you up into the searches. You're going to post 9 posts on Instagram and Google. The reason that I say 9 all the time, and we have a podcast actually on the YouTube channel, we talk about this. Why? Because when you get on somebody's account, without scrolling down, the first thing they're going to see is the 9 squares, right? So that's why you want 9 posts.
9 days?
No. 9 posts. So let's say if you create the account tonight, the account is going to be blank. You have no posts, right? You post 9 just to be able to run your first ad. Why? Because when you run the first campaign, if I'm a potential customer and I click on the ad and I go to your account and I see that it's all blank, it's like, this is a scam. Right? So you need the 9 just so, because when I click on your account, I want to see, I don't want to have to scroll.
9 posts.
9 posts today.
Not today. You can do it today.
If you plan to launch the ad, let me ask you this. Do you already have a Lash account?
I already have it.
Okay, and you have a couple posts on it?
I have Instagram and a Google account here. This is my business, but I think I don't have service right here. It's on Google.
Oh, you already have 26 reviews?
Yeah.
Great. But post anything that you post on Instagram, you can post on that.
Right, I did too. Like picture, it's talking about
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yes.
did picture, yeah.
Yeah, because
Does that have meaning on Google, like picture?
yes. Now the 9 posts apply to Instagram. Why? Because if I'm here, like if I'm on your account, without having to scroll, the first thing that I see is the first 9. And if the account is brand new and you have no post, I don't want, the first thing that's going to come to mind is going to be, this is a scam. This is not real. And I'm going to bounce. So the 9 posts, if you have an Instagram account that is, so you already have some Instagram.
This is my
Go to your Instagram, if you don't mind.
Instagram.
Because if you already have Instagram posts on this Flash account, you don't have to post 9 tonight.
So this, I'm confused about Google right there. They said 500 is.
If you don't have a Google Ads account, or if you sign up with a new Gmail account, Google has an offer now. They activated and they deactivated during the year, depends, but now it's valid. I just checked right now.
Yeah.
When you spend 500, they're gonna give you another 500 to spend on ads. You don't have to spend 500. You can spend 50 if you want. But if you the moment when, as long as the offer is still available, so let's say you start the ad today. In 5 days, let's say you spend 500 already, Google's gonna give you another 5 to spend. But only when you reach, and this, I have no benefits of this. I just listed because I checked today.
Yeah,
So it's at budget. So you launch the campaign. So my whole thing is you launch one promo ad on Instagram, so the boost, right? Like once you post something, it allows you to boost it. Well, in this case, it doesn't apply because it's a reel. But yeah, you can boost it. But you have to boost it based on what offer and promo your competitors are doing, and you want to do better. Why? Because you're in the beginning stages and you're not going to have any kind of traction yet. So you need to make your offer better than somebody else. If, let's say, Extreme Lashes is a competitor next to you and they run 30% off on Classic, you're going to run 50% off, right? Because now you know.
Foundation.
Exactly. And then once people get into your store, then you can upsell it into volume and all the other services. But when you launch this, and the reason that I mentioned both of them in here, so this is a new type of campaign. Every time when Costina students were asking me like, how we launch one on Google, Google is really like tough when you have to like learn it. I always say, go on YouTube, spend about 2-3 hours, understand the difference of running an actual promotion on Google because it's keywords based. It's not, Instagram makes it really easy. You boost the photo that you already posted, your credit card, you put the zip code that you're in, you choose the fact that you only want to show it to a woman between 18 and 60 years old, and that's it. Google, it's really different. But now they did this, listen, they need this, they launched this thing called Performance Max. Super easy to launch. You connect your Google listing, which is the one that I said before, which is for free, and it shows all the reviews that you have in there, all the posts, and you can even do it for $5 a day, $10 a day at the beginning, and they pretty much do it. They almost kind of do it for you. It's a little AI involved in it. And then this one here, let's say, because I heard this before. Oh, I don't have a budget for ads, and I have a strong opinion about that because we all know that we spend money that we shouldn't spend. We all know that we sometimes you spend the $10 just for a coffee or whatever. Like all of these little things add up, and eventually, if we want to make it happen, we will, right? But then this one, the last one, create partnerships with other businesses around you. This doesn't have to be just the nail salon or the hair salon next to you. Anybody that has any kind of business, like think about this: you're a restaurant. Do women go to restaurants? Right? Any woman that steps into a restaurant can become a customer to your lash salon, right? Do women use real estate services, right? Anybody that has some type of crossover with the type of people that you serve can become a referral. Partner. In my first business, the moving and storage one, we pay 10% to realtors, 10%, like if you first a customer that spent $3,000 with us, we give them $300. With the other people, we give, let's say we have a customer that move with us and then now they send us another client, we give them $100. We don't give the same type, you have to be smart about it. And you have to think, how much would you pay if a customer of yours, it's roughly $3,200 a year. Now at first, the math is a little different because you don't have money coming in. So everything that you spend is pretty much out of your own pocket, right? But if somebody says, well, I'm going to send you a customer to get their lashes, you would spend anywhere from $50 to $100 to get that person into the door. So if the person that comes to you, you will charge her $100, $200, let's say, for the first set. You can afford to spend $50 to pay that person back. Why? Because if they see, oh, yeah, you got $50 just for saying or telling my friend that I got lashes with her, I'm going to tell other friends that I want another $50, right? And that just creates, instead of, oh, thanks, it was great, I appreciate that, or at least offer the person that referred to you a discount if they are an active customer, right? You just have to be smart about how do you look at these things. So again, I went pretty fast through all the slides. Again, in the future, if you decide to take classes with Coach Me, you get the discount.
Brand up.